Alrighty. I'm not sure if my voice is going to be loud enough. I'm in dire need of coffee, which thankfully I do have. Hello, John the Bricklayer. How you doing? If you can let me know if you can actually hear me, that will be helpful, I guess, at this point. But, yes, good morning. Or good evening, depending where you are in the world, of course. And Hendoclone, hello, how are you doing? This is going to be an interesting... Oh, wow, that doesn't look good for Jeb. Well, you'll have to bear with me a second. As it turns out, I didn't fully consider how I was going to do this with the actual live stream. So I'm just going to quickly go set up my laptop next to my screen so I can then read the live stream chat while I'm actually doing this. So I'll be right back. Alrighty. So this is going to be an interesting morning. Has anyone in the chat already played KSP2 yet? Because I tell you what, it looks pretty darn shiny. Oh, some nice music too, actually. Hopefully everyone in chat can hear it. Hendoclone, you've already played. That's good. You enjoyed it so far? This multi-screen life apparently is not for me. Alrighty. Let's... I tell you what, it's very weird going to your own YouTube channel to try and follow a chat. Evidently I need a second screen. Don't tell the missus I said that. Okay. Alright, I think I am now all set up properly. Obviously, apologies, first time doing a live stream for the channel, but let's see how we go. So let's jump into KSP2 proper, and little beepy noises. Have a proper pick around. So, firstly, what on earth is the credits? Okay, it's just the... Yeah, the extras is just credits and all that sort of stuff. Interface is nice. Or you could turn off crash damage. Okay, that's a very interesting... I can see people who are doing like those land speed record challenges, having a bit of a fun with that. Quick load, quick save, revert, stock vessels. Okay, so all this kind of looks fairly similar. These are the stuff you would see in that F12 menu in original KSP. So I think based on that, we're going to have a lot of similarities as far as functions go. I'm just going to bring that background noise down a little bit because I realize my mic's a bit lower than everything else. There we go. That should be nice and balanced now, I think. So, persistent debris. Oh, okay, yep. Max patches for trajectories. Oh, I do wonder if that means we're actually going to get more interesting trajectories as well. Skip the launch sequence. Okay, that's new. We don't really need frames per second for this. All right. All kind of looks the same for, well, most important thing. Activate next stage is still spacebar. That's very good. SAS, RCS, the same. Gear. All right, so as exactly what they said in all of their live streams for it. Sorry, I missed that there, Hendo. You've played it a lot already, have you? Evidently, my multitasking ability isn't great at this hour of the morning. Vessel labels, temperature gauges. Yep. This all looks pretty stock standard stuff. Wonder what setting we are on at the moment for. Yeah, we're on high. That checks out. Let's hope it works well. All right, let's jump in. Let's have a look. Okay, campaign straight away. That is a very good question, actually. Campaign name. We'll just go with Caxa for now. Kerbal Aeronautics and Exploration. Oh, it's too long. There we go. Kerbal Aeronautics Exploration. That's it. That's it. So there is a word limit on agency name. That's disappointing. Oh, okay. This is looking fairly familiar. You can change your color for your agency. So I guess we'd be looking for like that nice lightish blue, and the accent. Well, what do you guys reckon would be a nice accent for a nice light blue? I don't want to just go plain old white, because everything in Kerbal's going to be white. Purple. Maybe purple. Maybe purple. I mean, I am purple. All my branding is purple. Purple and blue. Blue accent, base blue. Let's see how that goes. I mean, that hasn't changed anything on that side. I do wonder how we add our own flags into this. That'd be interesting. Because obviously you could do that in the original Kerbal. So we'll go for that for now. Oh no, Jeb's not looking too happy. He's peered into the void. Now. Ooh. Okay, this is definitely new. Voice acted Kerbals. Ooh, a wind tunnel. That's a new building. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow, this is a very different interface. I do not hate it. Can I move around it? No, okay. Let's go through. This camp is everything you need to turn your fledgling space program into the stuff of legends. Or legends, depending on your your focus. Training program, guide you through building and flying your very first rocket. You can go through these lessons at the training center. Okay, so we can click. Okay. Oh, okay, yep. So right mouse button lets you drag and look around. Can we move around at all? Okay. So it does appear to be mostly bound to the one spot. And we can choose, wow, 4 of our launch pads. That's kind of cool. Interestingly, I don't see a dedicated building for the runway. So we've got the VAB, but we don't have the spaceplane building. That's obviously the research center, which they say hasn't been implemented just yet. It'll be interesting when it does actually get implemented. Training center, that's also the astronaut complex, but again, not active. I mean, obviously this is still in early access. Interesting, actually. I'm enjoying the coding style menu. Okay. Let's see what happens. Escape. Okay. So evidently along this top bar, it's going to tell you the location of where you currently are based, which is going to be good when colonies get in. You've got those additional launch complexes to work from. All right, folks. Chat, let me know what you want to see first. Now, tracking station, I think we can probably skip because, let's be honest, at this point they haven't done the external, so the extra solar systems yet. So we've only got the base Kerbal system. Training center, we're obviously going to be able to see what their training program looks like. And the VAB will be interesting just to see how it goes. Let's see what happens with the launch pad. Boat. Okay, that's new. I mean, they did add that water launch platform in KSP1, which was around the coast from the KSC, which Matt Lown did a video on a couple of months back. Interesting that we've got this much choice. But no upgrading yet, which is a different choice. Okay, let's go to the VAB. Let's go to the VAB and see what we can do. Interface seems a bit big. I do wonder if there's a way to reduce the size. VAB, this is where your vehicles or whatever you want to go. Alright, so this is all kind of a bit stock standard. Okay, same system as before. Select, construct several vehicles or sections of a vehicle at the same time. The assembly marked with the green icon is your launch assembly. Okay, so that's different because now you can do multiple different assemblies at once in the actual VAB and then stick them together or have them, my understanding, is sent to different launch pads. So that's kind of cool. Engineers report, bottom down here to see how your vehicle will perform. Okay, so this is going to be like your layout. Okay. Thrust to weight ratio, total mass, dry mass, parts, height, width, length. Yeah, okay. The last one's not so important, but the first ones definitely are. This is our trip planner. All right, let's close off. Can we rearrange? Wow, okay. So the interface is pretty big. I'm definitely keen to kind of resize this once we get a second. I do remember they mentioned... Oh, actually, they've actually got guides here for what you would need. So let's say we're going to go to Lathe. Tells us how much Delta V we're going to need to get there based on a perfect... You might not make it at the moment. Yeah, I think we might not. We haven't actually got anything on the launch platform. That would definitely kind of prevent us from making it to space today. But yeah, I like this. This is actually a really helpful thing. I actually have like one of those like subway map style things for KSP1, which says, okay, you need this much to get to Kerbal orbit, this much to get into a large elliptical orbit, and then this is how much it would take from there, depending on where you are in the orbits to get to, whether that's Joule, whether that's Duna, whatever it might be. So that's kind of cool. Actually, this will be probably the first time we can truly have a look. So let's see Minimus, 5,000, and let's find the Mun. 5,000. Okay, so it's actually harder to get to the Mun and land than it is to get to Minimus, which always seemed about right. Okay, round trip. Yep, kind of doubles the value. Kerbal low orbit. Yeah, no, that kind of checks. The other thing I wanted to check is they always say that if you've got a craft that can make it to the Mun, you're very close to making it to Duna. So, yep, you only need an extra 1,400 more Delta V to get to Duna, to the surface, which is actually, wow. If you can get to Minimus or the Mun, and you're not planning to land on Duna, you can use the same craft, is basically what this checks out as. The only difference between those two and Duna's landing is the surface landing, the powered landing. That's a really helpful tool, actually. All right, let's see what else there is. Yep, of course, the big launch button launches it. Who would have thought? Now, let me have a squiz over here, because it does look like the live chat's not working the way it's meant to. Yep, that's fine, thank you. I'm just going to quickly pop over here for a second. Now, training center, yeah, we know about the basics of rocket construction already. What else we got? Action group manager, parts manager. Oh, I think that's for your parts groups, for your individual rockets. And your Kerbal manager. Bill, Bob, Val, Jeb, Tim, Meldo, Lawmore, Bursey, Sean B, and Doffrod. And you can just fill. Oh, yep, there's your alternative locations. So you can move them between them. Okay, that's very handy as well. So are you trying to tell me we can just like immediately move a Kerbal from the KSC to one of our colonies? Is that what they're getting at there? That'd be interesting. Okay, let's see what this does. Nothing so far. We can choose which launch pad we're going with. Have we got snapping and symmetry mode? Can we change it to yep? Right click lets you bring up all the options within it. Rotate and translate. I'm going to guess that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Is P paint. Color management though. I'm pretty cool with that, actually. I did see some pictures of people with red spacecrafts, which look pretty good. We definitely kind of look like we've got a very limited. Oh, okay. So what they've set it up is SM for small. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, how do I go up and down then? All right. So same control functions basically. Your right mouse button drag to view, left mouse button is parts, scroll wheel is zoom in and out, and scroll wheel pressed in lets you go up and down, translate up and down. So that's good. I like how they've got like the staging numbers on the door. That's kind of funny. Okay. So as we've said here, that is the tool part. So in the favorites, they've linked all the basic parts you'd need to launch a standard rocket, a standard parachute. Oh, I like how it actually directs you to where you need to go. Standard rocket, not parachute, just found a parachute. Huh. Nose cone, yeah, that's different. We got any SRBs? Yep, we do. Those are the hammers, yep. So let's say we've got our standard Methalox. God, it's shiny, isn't it? All right. Well, I'll be honest, the blue's probably a bit too bright. So let's do that. There we are. That looks nice, doesn't it? Actually, a bit more in line with my colours of the channel, isn't it? Swivel engine, Terrier engine. So Terrier for your upper stage. I am really enjoying how the colours have been automatically aligned. Oh, I didn't notice this down in the bottom corner here. It actually shows you where the front of the rocket is, which is going to be really helpful for making sure you place things in the right blimmin' spot, such as reaction wheels, such as translation things. Like that's very, very helpful. You change the orientation to see if... so there's no longer a VIB and splice pane hanger. It's all in here. No auto strut. Yeah. I do wonder if that is... Let's have a look. Coupling, engine, fuel tank, utility, crew lights, torque. There's our weight things. Yeah, you're right, John. I don't see auto strut. I do wonder if it's just like in the original, if that is a toggleable. Let's go. We'll just save this as temporary. Let's call it Rocket to 1. Let's go out of the VAB and go in our settings and see if auto strut's there. General. Unbreakable joints? No. No crash damage. Tolerance. Distance for docking. Yeah. Probes require signal. Propellant. Electricity. Gameplay. Skip launch sequence. Import. User interface. Temperature gauges. Show vessel labels. Accessibility. Graphics. No, I don't. You're right. I don't see it. I'm going to wonder if the old... Doesn't look like the old... Okay, screen capture's still the same button, but that's about it. No, quick save buttons are the same. Whoop! I alt F4'd it and closed the game. While I was trying to test all of the old key bindings. Right, let's boot that back up. But yeah, I think you're right, John. I think there is no auto strut. I'm going to have a quick Google now. Heno clone auto strut is not in the game. Okay, so that's, yeah. Wow. I mean, look, there's probably because their actual physics are a bit better now to handle it all. At least we hope that's the case. Let's go back in. Oh yeah, I did actually just quick save, so that's handy, isn't it? Just noticed in the reflection of his... Oh, I thought in the reflection of his glasses it was a Kerbal falled over, but it's his eyes and the two people in front of him. All right. We've had a bit of a play in the VAB, so let's click on Runway. Runway is kind of the same as the launch program. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go for a little bit of a wander around campus. Oh, I am liking this. So let's see. First things first, does B still work as a brake? Yes, it does. We've got our orientation here. Bob has somehow ended up in the driver's seat. He doesn't look too excited by that. Oh, okay. Bob, get back inside. That was definitely... Can we turn? Oh, the wheels seem a lot better than KSP's one. Still the same control systems, which is good. T for translation, R for reaction. Well, T for SAS, but it's translation control. You can Just stability on. Yep, why are you telling me to click that? It doesn't appear to be as many options as there were in... Oh. That's kind of fun. So these are all the default crafts that they have introduced into it. Engine shut off because it ran out of ox. Okay, V for your cameras. That's not very helpful. C for capture. Oh, all right. So the question is, how do we get inside the vehicle comparative to our previous ones? Okay. So you can still hit escape, go return to launch, but it doesn't actually pause it. Pause button's down the bottom. I don't know if that's keybound to anything. Yeah. What do we got here? That's the solar panels. Interesting how it's got this actual parts manager. Bulldog, control from here, yep. The Bulldog front end. I actually quite like that. That's really nice for making these sort of crafts. That's the whole thing too. But it's probably a modified version. There are definitely struts and you can color them. So at least, while no auto strut, at least there is an option here, I guess. So that's just for EVA, but what if I want to get inside? Hendo, did you manage to do any like internal views for when you were playing to actually get inside the cockpit, if you will? Lights, solar panels, wheels, abort, brakes. Also, this is probably a bit of me doing my... No? The moment you go off the launch pad, it stops doing the music. Let's have a look in settings and see what we've got here. Input. It'll stop of its own accord. I think we're fine. Camera fine movement, left alt and right alt. Camera mode is V. Toggle flight HUD is just F2. So standard. Mouse look is tab to turn it on. That's all same. Orbital assembly building. And oh, there's an undo. That's good. Okay, it looks like it's not implemented yet. Well, that's unfortunate. Oof. The brake screech was a nice little touch there. All right, let's have a casual wander around campus. Let's also find out if these trees are solid. They are not, so they do not have collision meshes, which is handy. I wonder if that'll be something we can turn on later. Crater Crusher. It's a good name. It's a very good name. And see, there we've got... Yeah, lots of good options. I'll be honest, like the control system for these wheels is so much better than we've had in the prior game. Like, it took them a long time to get the wheels to work properly, and these just work out the box. Like, I know this is probably because it's a custom craft, but I'm trying to tip it with a shimmy, and it's holding steady, so they've definitely put a lot of effort into fixing this. Okay, so it looks like with the classic science center, we've got the bridge that we can fly under, because you've got to have that. There's got to be the causeway. Oh, I do like that. That suggests that there's a reason to disconnect the buildings in some cases. So, for context, okay, we can still look through the ground. This is running on high. I've got a 3070. It's not actually letting off too much air. Oh, the processor is, though. Now, I think the big difference to this to KSP1 as far as like calculations go is that it's multi-threaded, which, as you can imagine, KSP1, you would get those chugs if you had larger objects and your processor wasn't powerful enough. I've got a... What do I have? A Ryzen 9, so by no means slug, and I would still get chugging. So it does suggest that they've definitely put a lot more effort into... Well, not a lot more effort. They've put a lot of effort into making sure that this actually can process stuff in real time. The key test will be launching a large rocket in a little bit. But it definitely feels a lot smoother. And like, I couldn't drive around the KSC on this computer with ultra level graphics and then, you know, all of the mods I have installed at this level either. So that's good. Oh, I do like how they've updated the complex for this, because I always thought the astronaut complex did look a lot like it should be the main visitor center. If only you could wander through the buildings as well, that'd be pretty cool. The question is, I can't be the only one who's seeing all the broken parts on that statue, right? Yep, he's standing over a broken landing strut. Well, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. Alright, one more place I want to go check out, which is the administrative building, which is going to be the tutorial building, I guess. A bit disappointed to see the stretching here of the textures. It's a bit weird. Hopefully we don't see that on the planets as well. It might just be a strange quirk of what we've got on at the KSC. Because yeah, you'd think for something which would be handcrafted like this is, as you can see here, nice and good, but not so much there. Let's have a look. What we got over there? That suggests that's just like an R&D building. We've got a pool. Is that a neutral buoyancy pool? Have I tipped it? I've tipped it. Somehow rolled back. You can't. Oh, really? Welcome, Gucci One. Yeah, with Stormworks doing a KSP video as well. Okay, that's cute. Well, now that we're here, you know we have to ask, can we ride? So let's see. Okay, I did appear. Oh, that's a. I've broke it. Oh, yeah, this is broken. All right, let's. Is there a way to get out of this wheel? Yep, so he is, while he is clipped on the wheel, he is also All right. That's a bit weird. I might just go reset the controls because something's going on here. Guchin, did you see anything interesting that we should check out on Stormworks' video? Let's have a look at what's going on with the... So they're going to be strafe. Yep, but they're not strafing. All right, let's... All we're doing is turning right. I can't turn... I can't walk forward. Which is incredibly strange. Okay. Huh. Okay, I think this is a case of having to centralize the camera. Oh, geez, that's not comfortable. This is definitely a setting issue. So when I'm trying to walk, I'm holding forward, but because the camera's not straight, it's automatically turning him. So that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. Let's see, there was a button for realigning the camera. Toggle mouse fine look. Maybe that's on. Walk left, right, straight. There we go. So I just turned mouse look on, which I'm not too big of a fan of. You can run. Cool. All right, we're getting somewhere. This is the important question. Can we ride it? No, but there's automated jumping. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be a real pain in the butt, that mouse control. But, yep, that's what it is. All right. Yep, we can use our mouse. Which is handy. Jetpack. But I don't think we can actually get back into the craft, which is a bit of an oversight in the design. And there is... well, that sensitivity's really high. Okay, well look, we've had an explore. I think it's safe to say that we should probably revert to launch after that. Jeez. Okay, let's see what else we can have a bit of a fiddle with. So let's revert to launch. We will confirm the revert. That brings us all back together. So we've looked at the primary buildings. As we know at the moment, you can't upgrade or change them because that aspect of career mode hasn't been implemented. That's later, as is science. Let's now revert to the VAB. I was thinking about it. What's going on here? There are definitely some control issues here. and some interface issues that you can easily break. All right. Pause. Revert to VAB. Didn't want to do it. Okay, that's definitely an issue. And you can see here that it's kind of went a little bit weird. All right, I've broke it. It didn't take long, but I broke it. Oh dear. All right, let's load this one up. So yeah, when I reverted to launch there, I lost all control of the menus. So that's not ideal. All right, let's see what happens when we try and get into orbit then. I mean, it is early access. These sort of things are expected. And as they said, the updates will be in the realm of weekly as opposed to like, you know, once a couple of months sort of thing. So this could be quite good if they do it right. So single-seater, three-seater. Oh, so what do you say we go to the Mun? I think that's probably a good starting point. So let's get ourselves... We haven't got any science equipment in here yet, because as discussed, that's not been implemented. So let's put ourselves... That's a radial mount. That is a core parachute. Stabilizations. We want a medium. We need a battery. Also in medium. And we'll probably want some retractable solar arrays, so I'll put them over there. I mean, we could go the Giganta, but I think it's a bit too big for the craft we've got in at our level. 1x6, 1x6. These are about the same. Shift, output 1.0, 1.0. Ah, not retractable. There we are. So that's the one we want. Thermal. We'll need this for our return. Ooh, expandable shields. Always like them. Cool. Actually, no. No, let's live dangerously. Let's get to the Mun and see if we can come back and land ourselves. I'm sure this will work perfectly. It definitely won't end in a crash at all. Okay. Yep, X still does our... what do you call it? Symmetry. That's the word I was after. So the question is, this fuel tank, methane oxidizer, where is our monopropellant tanks? Is it in the RCS systems? I only got some basic RCS stuff at the moment as well. Lights, helpful. Ladders will be very helpful for what we're about to do. Let's test that. It's actually still not long enough. Oh, they'll be fine, I'm sure. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, famous last words of Kerbal. Yep, that should do enough if we got our legs. Let's go some landing, and let's see what happens distance-wise. Yep, we can extend that while covering that. If we were landing, thrust to weight ratio for the Mun, we need at least 1. On Kerbal, actually you can get away with 0.4 realistically, but 1 because we want to use this for an extended part of the flight. Ambitious but rubbish, as the old saying goes. So that's 0.466 for the Mun. That's probably enough. But it's probably also because of the large fuel tank I've opted for here. Let's split this difference slightly. So let's get ourselves a medium. Ooh. Oh, that's the jet ones. Nice. So that was the one we were using. Let's see if we do this, how much R delta V is. Yeah, I know, that's fine. Total mass, 14, da-da-da-da. Dry mass. Where's our delta V? 2.649. For getting back from the mun, we could possibly fudge that. That could possibly work. Okay. Yep, let's do it. Thermal shield. Decouplers, which will be in the coupling. Actually, yeah, we want a stack separator. Cool. Definitely should be in different groups, thank you. We can go our landing legs there. That's probably a bit tight considering. Oh, interesting. I'm enjoying this actually. That's quite well arranged. All right. Extend those legs. Go back to 1. So yep, all the commands and functions are exactly the same. So that's good. We will probably. Wow, is that a? Huh. That's a decoupler for aerodynamics. Nice. We'll be using that too later. Docking ports, we now have a, wow, clamp junior, clamp senior, extra large, and extra large, which were previously only available in expansion packs. So that's pretty cool. There's our struts over in structural, docking clamps for liftoff, well, launch clamps more correctly, engine mounting for creating your own configuration, adapters for stages, beams, structural and panels and hubs. Okay, so all the stuff we'd need for building ourselves. Was that a... I have seen... Oh, look at that. That's pretty good for a fairing. You can decide whether it's a fairing, whether it's a shroud. Oh, that's really helpful. Okay, let's build the rest of the stack, and we're going to go basic. We're not going to worry too much about, you know, putting probe cores in and returning. Let's just make sure we can actually do this first, because it is a bit of a different setup, isn't it? So let's get our interstage for the mun. That will be in orbit, so we could probably get away with the poodle so that we get the highest amount of thrust to weight ratio to get there. That's actually probably going to need to be bigger now that I think about it. Let's see if we can put some drop tanks on there. All right, methalox, methane. There we go. Interesting. The methane tanks are only in certain sizes. Mono is exactly the sizes we're familiar with, so that's helpful. So we could, in theory, put ourselves a monopropellant tank in there. Yep. You can tell from the weight change that was not very well accepted, though. How big is the Stratus cylinder? That's good. We can go 2 of those. Put them on the detachable body. Actually, let's be honest. We're not going to need a lot of RCS on this, are we? I mean, we're not docking. We're just landing. So, if anything, how much have we got in here? Trip planner, action group, Kerbal manager, engineer report. Interestingly, I don't see the actual listing of monopropellant and other parts. There they are. And there you can see the delta V by stage. Beautiful. So at 2,414, that is when that dealt. Okay. Okay. I quite like this. I won't lie. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All right, let's get big. We need to increase the size of our rocket. Can we use? Yes, we can. Oof, I tell you what, getting your head around the controls is takes a little bit. Not impossible, of course. Wouldn't be here if it was, would it? Do we want? Yep, okay. And then let's flip that. What engine can we go for our large? Is that the Rhino? Yep. The Mammoth Labrador. That's a new one. No XL engines yet, though. Intriguing. Does holding Alt? Yep, you can hold Alt to copy things again as you drag them out. All right, 6698. We need to split those decouplers. Boom, 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 boom. 8,000. Look, that's more than enough, but we can't do this without having SRBs, let's be honest here. It's good fun. We're also going to need to get some reaction control systems in here because I get the feeling this thing's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So let's go to the SRBs. And the largest we have currently are mid-size SRBs. Okay. Are those the Clydesdales? Yes, they are.
I died.
My partner's next to us and she's playing, what is it? Cult of the Lamb, and she died. Evidently, she's not designed to be a cult leader.
Rude.
Oh, okay. Just add boosters. Yeah, always add more. Look, I mean, it's not KSP if you don't add more boosters. Like, it's kind of what we're familiar with now, isn't it? So let's put them together for launch control. We can always throttle down. Those Clydesdales are flipping huge, though. I wasn't expecting that. Like, I know they are big in the other games, but geez. Okay, let's have a look at this. Max thrust 341. Oh, actually, no, the Labradoodle's terrible. No, we can go away from that. Rhino 37. Oh, that's a smidge powerful, I'd say. Oh, yeah. What's our thrust to weight ratio on that? 1.885. That will get us up. Is it enough? Look, it better be. You know what? I agree, John. More boosters. It's probably a terrible idea, but I can't. I'm feeling it. It's not Kerbal if you don't, isn't it? Oh, all right. Oh yeah, the payload systems are apparently really nice. I saw this cargo nose cone can be attached to a cargo bay which opens to the side. I'll actually. So you can do that, then attach the nose cone, and then if we go in the parts manager, you can open that, and then is this that the right bit? Anything does not need to. That's straight up. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. I mean, from what I've seen from all the preview, there's actually no way to damage the KSC yet. So, I mean, as said, what could possibly go wrong? There we are. That was weird. Okay, can we remove that? There you go. So you can open a cargo bay like so. So have the roof open, that open, and then fly out and ascend, which is brilliant. Be great for deploying like a large satellite network. Like have your attachment points along the ridge of it, open it up, go from the top, and each one goes out once you come around for your next point of your orbit. I'm also noticing a lot of port parts here, which would not be out of place on a SpaceX rocket. So, yeah. Crew cabins are in here as well for payloads. There's the fairings, so you can make custom fairings and others. That's good. All right, let's be honest. All we need here is aerodynamics. So these are large. Not even large. Mid. That sounds rude to them. They're not mid. They're bloody Clydesdales. Well, we won't be rescuing them, unfortunately. Some of these landing struts are quite nice. I'll give them that. Got a good wheel selection as well. Thermal, electrical. So let's just go through everything, make sure we do have everything. So we've got a large battery. We've got our solar panels here. We've got a reaction control system. We've got solar arrays. We've got landing gears. We are going to avoid putting too much monopropellant on because we're not docking with anything. We could put an SRB in there. Not an SRB. What am I talking about? A nuclear... an RTG, radio isotope thermoelectric generator. I need more of this coffee, evidently. We do not have a way to communicate. So, look, what could go wrong with a classic Communitron at this point? Well, we don't need 4 of them. Let's whack that on there. That's the only thing in that section. Utilities, we do need drogue chutes as well. So let's equip those for the return. We'll need at least 2 of those. Those are up there with it. And as I'm prone to do, I like to hit the drogue chutes first and then the other ones. That for re-entry, booster, landing gears. Yep. Okay. Stabilizer for the main stack. So that should be medium for the one above. And it'll actually need power to keep it going as well. So it's a waste. Actually, it won't need power to keep it going. What am I talking about? All right. I'm liking the color coordination. It is a nice little touch. 8? Why do you think we've got 8? We don't need that many. Oh. Interesting. So just a quick example of how they've done symmetry. We're on one symmetry, right? And if you go over to a booster which is in symmetry, it just puts it as a single. Now, back in the old in KSC 1, if you then went to 2 times symmetry, everything would lose its mind and it would jump to 4-way symmetry to combine itself with this. If I hit X, it now goes to 2-way symmetry on the object. So you can see that I've got 2 on either side of it. So it is the individual object, and this is 2-way symmetry around it. If I go to 3-way, it does the same. The moment I go to 4-way, which lines up with the symmetry I currently have, it jumps back to the standard symmetry. And then if I go to 6, it goes berserk. So they've improved symmetry control, which is really good to see. Okay. With a clear fly safe. Yep, we're going to call this the fly safe. I'm down with that. I think that's a good name for it. What's that? Excuse me. That is RCS. Yep, let's pop it on there just in case. Oh, this. I will be honest. I think their camera work can use some improvements, but I've had worse. I've had much worse. So I'm not too keen on having that clipping there. So let's just extend our legs. Pop these there. Let's have a look and see what other... Maybe they've got some of the little bump ones. Text command. Also, I hope this isn't too boring for those watching. I've not really done live streams properly like this before for a game. But I figured, considering that we've been waiting how long for this flippin' thing, you're more interested in the gameplay and how it all works. Where was our reaction control system? Thermal utilities, RCS. Okay, so there we got some pimples, the Werner engines. The question is, can the Werner... Yep, okay. It's realistically not very good for what we're doing here. So let's just forget about it. We're not going to do it. All right, let's go through our checklist. We have our parachutes. We've got our core stage. We've got our parachute, our heat shield for re-entry. We've got our solar panels. We've got our drogue chutes. We've got our solar panels, we've got a battery, we've got an reaction control system, rotational ring in there, landing and, ascent stage and landing stage, descent and insertion stage, also got its separator there, don't know why we've got that spare. RCS separation, RCS, my God. Words are clearly just not my strong point this morning. SRBs and the separation and the liftoff component. We have 8,896, which, if we're going to the mun, is technically enough. Actually, it's not technically enough to get back. But that's because it's expecting me to use 3,400 to get back down, which we're not doing. We'll be using a what do you call it? Oh, my brain has just died on me. We're going to use a atmospheric drag re-entry system. So let's see how we go. Oh, we've only got Bill. Oh, that's not. No, that's not good. We'll go back, revert to VAB. Did it work this time? Yep, okay, cool. Let us choose our Kerbins. So we cannot do this without Val and without Jeb. No offense to Bob, but at the moment, there's not really any science to do. So, yeah. Interesting. Is Val no longer listed as a pilot? Yep, let's save that. All right, let's go back out there. It's interesting because none of the characters actually have themselves listed as a pilot or anything now. And I think that is because we haven't got access to it. All right. That's all your flight information. Yep, I definitely want a way to resize this interface. Speed up and pause time down here. So there's our time warp. That's the map. is M still... Yep, M still controls it. You can go directly to the tracking station. And that was quick too. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's retract those. Feel free to zoom in and out to get a better look at things. Double click on anything to focus it. Alright, let's... Wow, this is a little bit clustered. Place a maneuver plan at that location. Okay. Oh, you can see it tilting. That's not very structurally sound, is it? Oh, we better fix that. So, yep, because there's that no auto strut, John, I think that is definitely playing a role in it. Let's have a squizzy here. Okay. That's a bit weird, but okay. Oh. Yeah, I might have to change how this is controlled. It's not ideal. Okay. We could strut it, absolutely. But if we were Kerbal, and this is Kerbal, we want to see if it explodes. Let's just see how it goes. Oh, wow. We actually have a whole countdown. Okay. See that classic bit of wiggle? Ooh. Oh, it's not Kerbal if you don't do it. Spin her right round. Alright. Dynamics feel a little bit... Ooh. Controls do feel a little bit sluggish. I think that might be more to do with the craft than anything else. But to be honest, the reaction control system works exactly the same way it did before. It looks like down there is... Yes, it does sound good, John. I actually really like the sound of these engines. Did you watch the video where they went out to one of the Atlas launches to go and collect their audio? That was fantastic. Looks like the island runway is still there. All right. Yeah, this thing is very unstable. Let's speed down, have a look at our trajectory, shall we? Oh. Well, I had him planned on doing a... what the heck is that? Oh, that's where we're going to impact. Right. Okay, cool. Look, fair. That makes sense. Let's create a maneuver node. Yep. Yep. So we can see what our current trajectory is. Look, I'll be honest. This is an awful launch, and it was definitely not ideal. And I'm gonna say, John, you were right. I should have heeded the requirements of the auto strut needs, but I just was having too much fun, evidently. Let's have a look where we're at on stats. Could that have gone better? Absolutely, it could have gone better. Who are you kidding? Of course, that was terrible. Okay. So I've set this to automatically locate itself over to this thing. We've got 500 meters a second left, which would be enough delta V to get us into our circularized orbit. The question, of course, being is if we can then line set orbit up to connect to the Mun. Oh, absolutely. Very Kerbal. I'm a bit disappointed that the clouds are pixelated, especially seeing as I'm on like ultra everything settings. Let's see. Borderless window, VSync. Well, we're not getting screen tears. Oh, we're only at 19. That'll be it, because I'm on a 2K screen. Give this a minute, it might freak out. Oh, that's so much more crisp. Oh, that looks so much better now. That hasn't ruined the stream look at all. No, it hasn't zoomed it in. Nope. Cool. Good. PC. High. Yeah, okay. That's high cloud quality, apparently. All right, well, let's fast forward. Oh, that's really nice to see. Yep, that's fine. Start burn. Okay. So they have updated the burn timer. Oh, that's nice. You've got indications on when you should start, stop, and so on, just like they had in original Kerbal. I'm liking the music. I am liking the music. I'm looking forward to being able to rearrange that UI. Oh, this is good. Oh, I like that. That was a nice system. You actually have a countdown clock as well. All right. Our orbit is definitely not ideal. So we're going to go and do an Artemis maneuver here. So, whoops. Not here. Oof. I tell you what, it's a bit difficult to control it compared to previously. Spin this around here. Okay, we can enter the Mun sphere of influence this way. That's good. Suggests we come interesting. Okay, that's unexpected. So is this showing us where we will be entering? It is. Oh, that's handy. So now I know that I will be entering correctly. No. Entering sphere of influence. Leaving sphere of influence. Okay. This is going to take us 690 meters a second of delta V. Let's do it. So we'll definitely burn through multi-stages here. Get ourselves aligned first, then we'll do our lovely time warp. Interesting. Object cycling. Okay, that's helpful to know that that's there. We have full control. Yeah, because we've got someone on board. Who would have thought? All right, you can see stage 4 there. Okay. Due to celestial body, or what about due to you know, being near the maneuver node. Okay, so we can't see inside things yet, but it would be nice to be able to see the Kerbal's view from inside. I'm not sure I like this overlap because it does block information on these other panels. I've got more than 517. It's just with the current stage, isn't it? Oh, I was meant to start the burn there. Whoops. I was definitely paying attention to the right option. Okay, let's put it down. Ah, not really a very satisfying noise, that, but let's see how we go. How's our maneuver looking? Unusual. Oh, is that where it's going to end up if we keep going around for a gravity assist? Set as target. And then we'll come back and explode. I like the sound of that. There we go. Might have to just fine tune this a little bit manually. Cool. That was pretty good to me. All right. Goodbye, default name 17. Okay. All in all, it was a trip. Let's go here. Whoop. Nope. Whoop. I messed up. Whoop. Cool. Has that actually... Oh, yeah, I messed up. I hit the wrong button. Oh, dear. And guess who didn't quick save like a genius? This guy. All right. Look, I think we have to admit I've stuffed up. Let's go back to launch. I mean, look, if you don't revert to launch a couple of times in Kerbal, are you even a Kerbal? Like, I feel like it's kind of an important part of it. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So firstly, our direction needs to be, we need to be heading east from the launch platform, and by default we're orientated south. Now that's probably due to how I have laid out the rocket. So let's go back to the VAB and fix that to start with. So we're pointing south, so we'll have to rotate it counterclockwise? Counterclockwise one turn. Okay. That should be counterclockwise one turn. Okay, that went a little bit weird. Have I broken something? Let's just undo a few times and see what happens. Wow, there's a lot of undo doing. Yep, landing legs are indeed deployed. Good catch. All right. I'm gonna be an adult here, John, and I'm going to use some struts. Oh, this makes strutting so much nicer with the new system. You can even attach multiple struts to the same point. Oh, that's wonderful. That makes me very happy. Okay. Let us check our orientation here. So, that is this is front facing. And if we roll out on the platform sideways, we should, in theory, be pointing the right direction. So we're strutted. Let's do it. Okay. We are not technically pointing dead south, and I think that might be to do with the launch platform. Let's have a look. Launch platform 1. Nope, we're not pointing the right direction again, I think. Let's have a look at the map. Oh, the KSC Peninsula is different too. So from there to there, from there to there is the east line. We are not pointing east then. Back to the VAB, one more rotate. I know I said in the post in the community page that if the music got a bit too repetitive, I'd put some synthwaves on. But I'm actually really enjoying the music so far. Oh my god, you can see the seats inside and everything. That's great. Nice little feature that. This is the back. Let's make sure we're controlling it from here. Reversed. Default. Talk enabled. Yep. Okay. Second time probably won't be the charm, but we'll try. All right. Let's see. Again, this suggests we're pointing due south. Control from here. So we can see our Kerbals. Where's the islands? The islands are to the south. So why does it think we're pointing south? God, that's a headache. All right, I'll just do it manual. We're not going to use the guidance. All right. Oh, it does sound good, doesn't it? Okay, there we go. So what is this? And why is it swinging? Let's see what happens if I press. Nope. Tilt over. Okay. I think it's safe to say we are heading the right direction this time. Gee, seeing all 4 of those launch pads is awesome. I also like those potentially being landing pads for boosters. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. Can we see? That's our altitude there. Okay, so I'm used to that being in the thing. That's our current altitude. What is our apoapsis? All right, we can bring our core engines down because we're already... Oh. There is a button for pause. Oh no. Oh no, I was wrong. Oh, I feel like a nupty. I turned it twice, so we're just backwards. Okay, it literally is 3rd time's the charm. Oh my god. So what's confusing me is on the little direction wheel we have in the bottom left, it's got a north and south marker, and that's rotating when it really shouldn't be. Let's be honest here. It's... Yeah. All right, so let's confirm. With the map, the islands are to the east, so we want to head in the general direction of the islands. Yeah, I know, John. Like, in my defense, I was up until 3 a.m. working last night, and it's now 11 here. So, yeah, I didn't do that very well. Okay, we're facing the wrong way. Full 180 again. I'm just going to try and get this right so that we don't have to deal with it after we've launched. So how is everyone in the chat? What are you thinking of what you've seen? Not necessarily of my gameplay, because that's shocking, but of the actual game so far. For me, it was 78 Australian dollars, which I think is a little bit steep for a game in early access, but we are also used to the pricing structure that we had for KSP 1. So, that was a lot cheaper. It was an indie game, whereas this does have, a lot more backing behind and a lot bigger production. All right. Third time's a charm. Oh, this is going to make for some great cinematic videos, that's for sure. All right. Are we tilting over the right way? We are. Yes, we're heading east. Oh, thank God. Okay. Now, as we've discovered, we actually are pretty good on the Delta V for this flight. Record's not that important. I'm more interested in thrust to weight ratio, which I can't actually see anywhere. I may be blind. There we go. Current apoapsis in the bottom left corner. Oh, maybe turned a bit too heavily there. Are we stable? We're almost stable. It is a bit touchy, this one. Okay. Let's burn down those main engines because we have now got an apoapsis in the 100,000s. And let's start circularization. Oh, it does not like that. So I think compared to original Kerbal, this is definitely more touchy, would probably be the way I'd put it. It also may be I've put too many reaction control wheels on this because we've got a large one up here. Well, a medium and a medium. So that's probably not helping the cause. All right. I know NASA would hate it, but let's toggle down that engine and get our orbit sorted. So what's our periapsis there? It doesn't actually tell you. There we are. 243 and our current is 309. So we need to go a little bit more. Okay. So this time I'm going to pay attention. So let's get ourselves over to our... I'll just let the SAS do it for us. Get ourselves to our direction for our next burn. 581, we've got 2,000 left. I think we can probably use this first stage to basically get ourselves to the mun. Hello, Braden. Is it morning or evening for you? And welcome to my third attempt to launch a rocket properly in KSP2 because I'm clearly not awake enough for it. All right, we got 6 minutes to that. I need to do a quick tweak on some of the settings for. Okay, yes, there we go. I don't know why, but for some reason it's evening for you. Fair enough. Okay, I don't know why it had slow mode on chat, but whatever. We've turned it off now. People can talk normally. Yeah, as I said, not very familiar with the live streams, but we're getting there. So, yeah, evening. Have you had a chance to play KSP2 yet, Braden? Nice little push there. We are getting close to it. So, for those who haven't played the game yet, if you keep an eye on the burn timer, you've got a little countdown clock with these 4 lights, which will actually start letting you know. You get that noise. You have. You enjoyed it so far? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. It was very slow. Yeah. As in it ran very slow on your computer, or just that it felt like getting everything to work was slow? 2, 1, 0. There we go. Let's pump our periapsis up to 310. All right, that's close enough. Beauty. Oh no, that sucks, Braden. Well, look, I guess in the meantime you can live vicariously through me, and then when the CPU market price crashes in about 6 months, which they're expecting, you can go and buy yourself a nice shiny new rig. Or maybe it's just your new CPU for it. I can highly recommend the previous generation Ryzen, but I am biased in that regard. Oh, right. Okay. So, we're in orbit. We have enough to go to the Mun, Minimus, or Duna. Duna, I don't think we've got enough to get back from, so it'll be a one-way trip for these Kerbinauts. Actually, we could do a flyby of Duna. What's everyone feeling? Sound off in chat. Where do you reckon? Minimus, the Mun, or Duna? I think we've got a total of 5,000 Delta V in orbit. Because everyone goes to the Mun, don't they? And I think, like, everyone else, if you've watched any other live streams, including Matt Lown, I reckon Matt probably would have went to the Mun as well. It's just a very standard process. I do wonder if the Mun arches in this version of the Mun are different, though. That'll be interesting to play around and find out with. Because after they added that. Minimus for Braden. John, any thoughts? Juna. Minimus and Mun. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop down a quick save. LKO. Fly out. Okay. All right, that's 2 votes for Duna. All right, Braden, we will come back and do the Mun and Minimus after we do a trip to Duna first. So, let's set our target as Duna. This is actually going to be interesting because we are not at an ideal transfer point for it, but it doesn't mean we can't do it. So let's figure this out. Do we have... First things first, let's open up our solar panels. We've got our lights on, gears are down, that's fine. Set as target for Duna. Okay. Now, if memory serves me right, if you want to go outbound... It has been a while since I have done anything out of this. So, let's see. Part inefficient, lack of... Oh, yeah, no, I don't mind. That's fine. You do you. Intersection 1, intersection 2. When would we be? No, none of that, thank you. These are interesting. Oh, there's literally a button to reverse your maneuver node. Okay. Or is that to put it to just where you currently are? Possibly to put it to where you currently are. Okay. I must admit it's been a bit of a pain in the butt because of the other objects being there. So let's see what we can do to get our intercept. Okay. Okay. Let's focus on Juna first. Now we will need to adjust our orbit. Let's see if there's a intercept option. Wow, okay, so this is not giving us a lot of information. Let's bring ourselves down to the Juna plane of influence. Cool. Reduce our burn and see if we can get this lined up. Where would our intersect be? See, this is kind of annoying because if you recall with KSP2, KSP1, you could actually get a bit of an idea of how far you are off. Whereas here the only thing we're getting is information on our trajectory. Yes, we're intersecting the orbit there. I'm just going to play around to see if there's a way to actually trigger this. To actually show an actual intercept on Juna. Because as it stands, we're not getting any information that shows us where our actual path is going to go, which is not helpful in the slightest. So you are our target. Yeah, it's a terrestrial planet, we know that. We are lined up correctly. Okay. I'm going to do the tried and true method of winging it. So here's what we're going to do. First things first, let's get ourselves back focused on our craft. So let's hide you away. Where is... I swear last time I played, I remembered how to send things back to... Okay, doesn't look like you can plan a follow-on orbit anymore. So you know how you used to be able to like right-click on the maneuver node and then go, no, do this on the next orbit? It doesn't appear to be there, and I don't think that's it, because that just kind of moved it. Okay, well look, we're going to fly up this way, land, get ourselves up into Juna vicinity, and then we'll do probably a secondary loop to come back and intersect with it. Because, yeah, not a Looks like either A, it's not an ideal setup for what I've chosen, or yeah, I might have just stuffed it. Okay. We are going to drop 1,000 Delta V, which means our main stage is still going to be good. So we are at the right location for it. 20 seconds to go. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. 2, 1, ignition. That looks like it's going a bit further, so we might actually cut our burn early. Okay. We will go with that, and then it's time for a mid-course correction. So let's have a look how we line up to the Mars, the Juno plane of influence. Yep, we're pretty good. Create a maneuver node here. And let's see. Yeah, it's not actually showing how to intersect at all, which is very unusual. So let's do some quick mental maths. We have to travel this distance, and in that time, Juno's only going to travel that. So we're going to be half an orbit behind, which means we will probably have to loop around to here. And play chase. Out of communication range. That is fine. That is fine. Okay, let's warp to this point. And let's see. Okay, now we're looking a bit better. So let's have... Vessel is out. Yep, that's fine. Yep, whatever. It has a lot of suggestions, doesn't it? I think the key question here is going to be how this works. So we've set it as our target. We've focused it. How do I... Let's see, we are behind, so that should mean that we could create a maneuver node here. Yes, this is like the worst intercept I've ever done. But this is part of the learning experience, ain't it? Okay, let's time warp to this point. We should be just behind. Cool. Whoa, no, not you. Yeah, I'll be honest. I am finding the interface a little bit difficult. I don't hate it or anything, but it's definitely a bigger struggle than I was expecting. You off, Henno Clone? Let's line ourselves up. There. Oh, there we are. There was a moment there. There we go. Okay. So compared to KSP 1, you have to get it really close. So let's focus ourselves on Duna. Let's see where we're coming in and going out. All right. A little touchy, isn't it? It's a bit better. Doesn't have to be perfect, but every little helps, as they say. All right. So let us get ourselves lined up. It says we've got an hour and 40 minutes, so we'll just wait. No, I'm kidding. It's 796 meters a second for this change, and that should in theory do us well. Once we're lined up. Beauty. Let's get to okay, so it's doing the classic 3-minute. That's far too long of a wait. All right, we're down to 10 seconds. Let's do this. Let's get to Duna. We've oh, it changed the thing. That's not very helpful. Gonna have to wing it now. Whoops. Wrong button there. How are we looking? Focus ourselves on here. There it was. Okay. We now have to do the absolute inverse of what we did to get ourselves back on course. So, spin ourselves around. Whoop. A bit too far there. Come on, come on. There we go. We'll go back to the map screen. There's an intercept. And Shazam. That looks promising to me. Okay. So something of note, if you do go to the map screen or change targets during a burn, it may restart. It may restart your actual maneuver node timer, which isn't helpful in the slightest. So, yeah, keep that in mind. What are we looking? We're looking pretty good. All things considered, this could be much worse. So, entering the sphere of influence is the spot we want to warp to. So let's get ourselves over there. Hello, default name 14. Okay, let's immediately slow right down. Can we see Juna? Unclear. Ooh, that's a pretty skybox. All right, let's get close in on the map. Okay. So by that, we should be... There's the sun, and it should be coming up from behind us. There it is. Okay. We have arrived at Duna. The question, of course, being is what our trajectory is. Okay, so that is not a good trajectory. I wish I could have seen that earlier. Let's go for a capture. Actually, let's go big, and then we can adjust our inclination. Cool. Let's change over, which is right next to where I am. Boom. All right. It's like 16 minutes. I think you're being a little bit optimistic. Game unpaused? It's never been unpaused. Let's do this. All right. There it is. Little red dust ball in the space. Alrighty. So fun fact, this is actually only my second ever visit to Juna in Kerbal. Because I kept getting stuck on restarting the game every time a new update came out, and I had to update all of the mods I had installed. So this is going to be a nice different experience. Also, I really hope that they do what Blackrack did and introduce the volumetric clouds for the sandstorms and stuff, which is his mod for KSP 1, which just looks phenomenal. I'm definitely going to be backing him on Patreon to get access to that shortly. Okay, 3, 2, 1, engine cut off. Let's make sure we are in an orbit. We are. Oh, so there's a mod that has what to only the second time to Duna, or what to the dust storms on Duna? John? That's pretty cheap, 184. Second time. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So, yeah, it's only the second time I've actually come to Juna. Yeah. I haven't, truth be told, I have never even visited Jewel. I've landed on Juna and I've landed on Eve, but I'm one of those people who would just get obsessed with making the game look perfect, which is why I forced myself to start this YouTube channel so I'd actually go and do all the blimmin' landings instead of restarting constantly, which I realize is ridiculous. But look, I think I've done fairly successful, considering it's only the second time, right? Not too bad. Have I just lost all my KSP cred? Is that what's going on here? Okay, so I'm just getting ourselves in an equatorial orbit so that we could possibly do a flyby of Ike on the way as well. I mean, look, it's a big game. And I know some people who've never left Kerbin at all, and that's because they're just obsessed with making aircraft. And it's like, look, fair enough. Like, if that's how you want to play the game, that's how you want to play the game. For me, I am a rocket man. I do enjoy coming up with funky rockets, and I think with KSP2, I am going to be doing some more silly things just to kind of test the limits of the game. You play Chaos Theory. I mean, look, that's... do you mean Chaos Theory style? So you just kind of pick things and go, yeah, that'll do? Oh, I'm not sure I like how that's behaving. Oh, that went a bit bloody weird, didn't it? They still haven't fixed the translation. 4 months. Oh, fair enough, Braden. I mean, look, everyone's going to have a different sort of time scale. God, that is a horrible orbit. All right, let's get ourselves down here. Hopefully we don't collide with anything. Chaos Theory style, I like that. Okay. Let's have a good look at Duna. Oh, wow. That's stunning. Now, I did see, I don't know if any of you guys follow Matt Lown as well. Most of us Kerbal nerds do, but he did an interview while he was over visiting them in Amsterdam, I think it was, when he got to play KSP2 ahead of launch. And he did an interview with the game designer and director. And they say that every planet has some more bespoke features on it that they've handcrafted. I'm very interested to see whether there's an equivalent of Olympus Mons on Duna, because that'd be freaking awesome. Ooh, what was that? Was a little cheeky intercept. Could that... No, that actually makes my orbit much worse. But we could use that as a slingshot. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're going to slingshot off Ike. That looks like it might actually hit it, doesn't it? There we go. All right. Let's see how we go. Lack of still... Yeah, of course it's not going to be effective behind a bloody planet, guys. Come on. Oh, that's beautiful. Actually, I think they included aurora effects as well. So that'd be kind of cool to check out in some of the polar regions. And obviously, I am not taking Kerbal survivability into account in this mission. Because, yeah, I'm not. Wow, that was weird. Okay. Required delta V was flipping tiny. Whoops. I may have stuffed it. You notice how the cursor's moving a lot as well? Oh, look. I think considering the troubles we are having with the orbital dynamics, we're just going to actually wing it, Kerbal style. So let's change our angle of orientation slightly. That's the one we want. Cool. Let's do this. So I haven't really seen Juno, but I am very keen to get a close-up of Ike. Also, a fun little note, you cannot adjust your, what do you call them? You cannot touch the adjust the guides by using the scroll wheel as you could in previous KSP. It's now, you've got to click it and drag it, and where you click on it denotes the strength of it, which is a bit unusual, but we're working with it. Three, two, 149 meters a second delta V for this burn. I've wasted a lot, but we have parachutes. We won't be able to land back on Kerbal with them. Oh, unless the engineer can repack it. Have we done it? No, we haven't. So it keeps changing. This is not what I would call helpful. Okay. Stability. Time warp to here. Ike definitely looks a lot more like a moon now. Before it was kind of a messy ball. You know what? Well, you think it looks more awkward than it used to be? Because I thought before it looked a little bit like a... Well, before I didn't think it looked very ideal myself, but that might just be a personal taste thing. It does look a lot more like one of Mars's moons, that's for sure. All right. Let's see if I can get myself... I want to go. I think I've just reversed my sphere of influence for it. All right. Look, I'm messing around. Let's just get landed. Interesting. Guess that's implying that if I don't do something here, I'll be in trouble. So we are pointing retrograde. Let's bring our apoapsis down a bit. Oh, that's probably a bit hot, isn't it? For our re-entry. Cool. We are much closer now. Oh, wow. Okay, let's open part manager. So let's take our drogue chutes and move them down along with our parachute. Now we are banking on the idea that we can repack these. So here's hoping. That looks like a nice plateau to try for. Let's see how we go. I have concerns. You know what I say? Always worth quick saving. So... all right, let's get down here. I'm sure it'll slow us down once we get into that atmospheric entry profile. Should be about there. Cool. All right, my Kerbals. All right, height. Current height is 38,000. No guts, no glory indeed, John. The music's certainly timed to be pretty epic, that's for sure. Oh, some nice Mare over there. How are we looking? Yep, so the trajectories are updating. Man, that's weird. Okay. We are 15 kilometers above ground. Whew. Let's see what we can do to lower this surface speed. We're going to manually reduce our horizontal velocity. Oh, that looks interesting. God, this map is not handy sometimes. Okay. Time warp. All right, so we've got 50 seconds. All right, deploying chutes. Yes, I am going to be focusing entirely on this, so please do excuse me. All right. 50 meters a second. We've got about 6 seconds, so let's get it down a bit. Oh, this is going to be a pain to do the launch on. Oh, yeah. Woo! Hello, Juna. Oh, we got 400 meters a second left. Wow. That went a lot better than I was expecting, folks. A lot better. Okay. God, I hope Bill can repack parachutes. Otherwise, we're in flippin' trouble. All right, Bill. Oh, that was a bit of a weird moment there for him. Yes! He can. He can repack our parachutes. Wow. Yes, this is what we want. Okay. There's a mountain. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. First things first, jetpack. So that would be SAS. RCS. Oh, that's gorgeous. Good news. The Kerbals. Oh, thank you. The Kerbals are a lot less prone to stacking it on landing. Can't pick any rocks up, but it is without science at the moment. So, wow. Well, I'm going to be honest. I think we might need a screenshot of that in a second. Well, what do we want to call our landing biome? Actually, let's have a look on the map. Let's see where we are. Well, that's Planitia. So, ISRU. Sorry, Braden. IRSU. Integrated road safety units? I am kidding. Look, not going to lie, I'm pretty proud of that. I'm thinking guts Planitia. No guts. No. Oh, it's still doing other things while I'm doing this, so. Oh, the mining and refining thing. No, I haven't. I didn't see it in there, and I think they're holding off on that for the what do you call it? Colony update. So, yeah, I'm. I don't know if that's in. You know what? We'll go back to the VAB after we get back in orbit, and we'll have a look. But yeah. I thought, did he not plant the flag then? Something's gone a bit weird. Oh, am I paused? I'm paused. There we go. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so yeah, I believe the mining refining is actually being held on to until they do colony stuff, which might be a bit of a pain in the butt. I will have a look in a moment for you. Okay. Okay. We are back in. Now the challenge, actually, is figuring out what direction we need to go. So, if we set Ike as our target, 43 degrees from where we are. Let's have a look at our current trajectory. We are going 100% the wrong way. Is this not the most Kerbal thing you've ever seen? Drifting into flipping space. All right. There it goes. We need to... Oh, God. It will not let me put these back up. Oh, thank God. Up you go. Into your own one you go. What? All right. Well... Oh, it was going to happen at some point. Staging will always get you. All right. So, decouple. Activate engine. Oh, what's going on here? Oh no, don't tell me it decided to do crossfeed. Oh dear. Guess what? We can't get home. All right, now that I know that, look, we've done it. Let's go back. We've been to Mars, to Juno. So it looks like the some of the decouplers are set to do crossfeed by default. And what's resulted there... Yeah. This tank... Either that tank's empty, which is a possibility. They don't have a resource tool. Kerbal Manager. No, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. All right. Well, we'll do the Minimus and Mun run. So, now that we've got a better idea, here is our target. We do have our inclination change line, which is handy, and we're going to create a maneuver node on it. And we've already had a Mun intersect by accident. Whoops. Now, oh, there we go. There is our intersect. Beautiful. Alrighty. I think we can do this pretty easily now. So yeah, I think I might have to have a look into the VAB a bit more closely as to how it actually does fuel layout, because I can't see a way to actually transfer fuel between containers at the moment, which is a bit of an odd thing to be missing. If there is a way, I would love to know, but as you can see here, it doesn't actually show you the contents or anything like that, so we can't actually see other than here and the fuel that's being handled by the other stuff. Coupling. Why is that? See, it shouldn't have fuel crossfeed at all turned on, so yeah, interesting. Okay, to Minimus. Game unpaused. Jeez, they're going to have to fix that. That's a pain in the butt. Aloha. Three, two, one. Cut off. Let's have a look at our orbit. Just needed a little bit more. It's been a bit funny, isn't it? All right. Alrighty, let's fix our encounter. Pull it down a bit. Beautiful. Get ourselves over there. Oop, no. We want to be... Yep, I did not pay attention again. I'd like to say this is why it takes me so long to do my videos, but it's actually not true. It's just that I don't have enough time for editing usually. And I'm a perfectionist, so, you know, that kind of gets in the way a bit. Okay. I like that the background now has nebulas and so on in it. It's a nice little touch. All right, that's got to be Minimus. So, let's see how we're looking here. That's gone flippin' weird, hasn't it? All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way, which is basically turn the rocket around and burn the other direction. And then we'll fix our actual orbital bits that way. Now, currently it's focusing on ground and sea. We want orbital. Oh, are we low on... No, we've got enough energy. We've got enough energy. It's just being a little bit delicate. Let's do this. All right. My God, this is not very intuitive anymore sometimes. That is our service. Well, something has not went well. Let's just get ourselves into an orbit that we can use. go. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it looks like the maneuver system does need a little bit of work. I'd say it's not perfect. It's not bad, but it's not perfect either. It's still moving. So as you'll see here, because we're doing a change of plane, because we're changing our inclination, so nominal and anti-normal. When you do so, the whole thing moves, even if you've not completed your actual burn that you'd set out. And as you can see, we've already gone too far because of it. Let us go back. So yeah, I suspect the next update will be to fix this sort of behavior from it. They can't keep it like this. It'll upset everyone, that's for sure. Alright. I'm going to warp over. Thank you. Let's get ourselves back to it. You'd think this would be easier than Juno, wouldn't you? But evidently I'm proving otherwise. The cat loves your chair, doesn't he, honey?
Oh, he does. Are you still on?
Yes, I am.
Oh. Bud, I'm sorry, but you have to move.
Yeah, let's see if we can get ourselves proper intersection. There it was. Oh, we're going to actually crash according to this one. That's actually a... I'm going to be honest, I think that might be an improvement. Yeah. Yep, that looks good to me. Get ourselves over to our position, and then we'll... I mean, this is probably my fault for using such a big bloody rocket at the moment. We've only got 13 meters a second. Is it worth hanging on to? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see how we go. Interesting how your periapsis kind of moves around a lot as your craft just kind of floats around. Okay. This time should do it. Alrighty. So, let us save. And ensure we don't have to reload it. There it is. Okay, so first things first. Retrograde orbit. When we reach our periapsis. Oh, okay. Maybe we can make a slight adjustment here. There we go. And that changes our periapsis to 62. Nah, it's not worth it. Ooh, Minimus is much less green. Is that a crater in the ice? Oh, you know we've got to land there now, right? All right. All right, we've captured. Current periapsis is 39. Yeah, that's good enough. Alrighty. Wow, that's really nice. Seems a lot more like a captured asteroid now, doesn't it? At 8 meters a second for delta V, I think we might be alright. Three, two, one. Lowest is 37. Beauty. Cool. Minimus would be a great stopover for refueling if we had that system, Braden. Yeah. Just a shame that. Let's turn it back. That's a bit of a weird... Is there a ravine there or something? Man. The trajectory system's not really great. Alright. Overshot on purpose. That's what we want. $91 for our landing. That's not bad. We're going to purely use retrograde because I don't trust the marker at the moment. What is it trying to do? Alright, we'll be doing it manually then. Let's get stuck in. So our current speed is 131 meters a second, 91 for landing. Current thrust to weight ratios well and truly high enough to handle that. Yep, thank you. Let us handle and deal with first a horizontal trajectory a bit. Excellent. Man, the flats look amazing. Let's have a squiz here. Alrighty. $5,000, $4,000. Okay. Burn off that horizontal speed a bit. Now let's burn off that vertical speed. Okay. Let's push back towards the center. Okay. We need to burn off all that horizontal. Right, now back to vertical. Thinks we're going the other way slightly now. $500, here we go. Alright, that seems fairly stable despite what it seems to think, but it's probably because we're working with such low amounts of delta V. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, that is definitely not a stable landing position. Oof. The only advantage I have here is the low gravity. This seems pretty positive. Hey, there we go. Whew. All in all, a successful trip. All right, Val. It's your time to have a bit of an explore. This is true. I could use the RCS to get back up again. I could use the RCS to get back up again. I love that you can actually see inside this time. It's such a nice little addition. Oh. Oh no, we're not going orbital on Minimus yet. Wow. The lighting is incredible. Though there is a bit of an issue with the Kerbals floating on the ground. So I do wonder if that's mesh issues. Because, yeah. Okay. Let's plant a flag, shall we? Well, this is probably the flats. So, as it was your suggestion, Braden, we're going to call it the Griffin Flats. And, I think your quote is actually quite good. If you let it fall... Okay, this is another issue. When you're typing, it actually can still use the interface. All right, here we go. What a desolate landscape. They're not going to lie, that's a pretty cool shot. All right, let's go to the mun. Okay, what would be our best velocity for this? First things first, we need to go east, realistically. All right, we appear to be going in the general right direction. Let's double check on the map. Yep, excellent. Ain't it nice when things just work the way they should? I like the idea that these flats in Minimus are ice. Like, it's a very different take on it in a good way. Yes, goodbye. Oh dear. All right. Next is Mun. Should we just try for a direct transfer to it. Let's see how we can go with this. So firstly, we want to be coming around to the... Oh, we would have to do that first. Well, that's annoying. Definitely seems a lot more maneuverable now as well. Yeah, so you can see these two are very clearly sharing the fuel. I do not like that. That makes things more frustrating. It was never paused. Oh, dear. Oh, some of these places are going to be fantastic for building bases. How long till we can go? Faster, please. Ah, finally. Okay. Again, very strange behavior from it. So there's definitely going to have to be some work, I think, on them fixing maneuver nodes because they're not behaving the way they really should. Which is disappointing to see. That's our sphere of influence change. That would not work well at all. Let's get ourselves lined up slightly. Yeah, that looks like trash. Let's try that again. So we've got out. Wow. It's got a much bigger sphere of influence than it had in the last game. Cool. All right. Well, we'll just go with tried and true, I guess, in this case. Bring it back in. Little by little. Pull it back around so it's close. Expand slightly. 5.4. Get ourselves level. Then immediately following the level, create a maneuver mode, slide it next to it. Oh, I tell you what, It is not making it easy for you to do things on the fly. That's for sure. All right. Let's go to the mun. So, who do we still have in chat? Are you still there, Braden? John? Aloha engine. That was unusual. It didn't use the actual burn indicator. Wow. Okay. There are some issues with how this is being controlled. Hello, Braden. Yes. Okay, good. At least I'm not alone here. Oh, was that a direct intercept? Oh, look at that. That's the sort of money saving, fuel saving agenda we want here. I swear half of this has been luck today, folks. Well, so long, Minimus. Nice to see your new shiny face. Okay. Let's get a bit closer to this. Cool. I have to track it on the map, to be honest, because I don't trust doing it directly in the actual main screen anymore. Which is a horrible thing to say. Oh, what happened to our intersect? Oh, that doesn't look good, does it? Okay. Let's get ourselves leveled out. And hopefully we can figure out what's happened with our moon intercept after this. Where are we at? 0.01. Yep, we can work with that. Next thing is we want to go forward. Interesting how everything moves as the craft moves because of the reaction wheels. I honestly wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's quick warp around here. See where the mun is going to end up. So, first things first. it looks to me that we have to bring ourselves in a little bit. And then from there, manually adjust it. I'll tell you what, I'm getting pretty frustrated at the problems we've been seeing with the maneuver node creator. It shouldn't be that difficult. Oop, there it was. Focus on the mun. Let's see what we can do. There we are. That suggests a direct collision course with the mun. You know what? I'm happy to risk that after everything we've been through. I don't know what that says, actually. Okay. Cool. 30 seconds. We're pointing the right direction. 71 meters a second adjustment. Nice and simple. Let's see how we go. Once again, it's not done what it said. Cool. Okay. Let's warp into the Mun's sphere of influence so we can actually see its trajectory. Okay. First things first, we need to boost ourselves up a little bit. And there we go. We have an orbit. And a nice low periapsis too. Let's circularize the orbit there. Let's see how this Mun looks. Dark and grey. Very helpful. Oh, well, that was pretty. That was very strange. Why did it flip? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yep, Mun is definitely different. Mun is definitely very different. Okay. Once again, just very strange behavior. Let's just deploy the solar cells. Maybe it is low on fuel and this isn't reading out properly because it doesn't seem to be using fuel. Now, I don't trust these readouts, as we discussed. Yeah, Mun definitely has flats now, which is different. So I actually have no idea if that had any fuel in it. This is kind of the problem, I guess. Yeah, they're not draining equally. So, yep, just reloading that because clearly there's an issue with fuel draining here. And I honestly have no idea how to fix it. There is no option for fuel priority, which to me is a major deal breaker, if I'm honest. Could it be because I used a decoupler instead of a stack separator? I don't know. Alright, well, let's get ourselves on the Mun. The Manamare. Let's have a look on the map and and it does appear that our orbital trajectory has disappeared from the map as well. So freaking weird. Oh, maybe, but I had a trajectory before. Very unusual. I think it might have just failed during saving. That's alright. We'll figure this out ourselves. That's what we all do. Alright. Yep, thank you. 2000. Let's start our... Oof, we're coming in pretty hot. Oof, that was very close. Alright, 6 meters a second, descending. Oof, that was a bit heavier than I expected. But we did it. And as horrifying as this movement is, we did it. That's all that matters. Alright, Jeb, finally your time. Oof. Might toggle back to the craft for a second, put those solar cells away. My God. Just normal stability, please. That's all we want. If only I could then, transfer fuel between the tanks. Then, I could pop that in there, disconnect, and land properly. But as it stands, we don't have enough. So, okay. Yeah, these are serious flats. Like, mammoth. I honestly couldn't think of a more ideal landing location. It feels like this has purposely been put in to make it easier for that first landing. All right. Mun flats. They are here. Okay, that's not the flag we had in the last one, but sure. Let's get on board. Time to get home. Let's see how we go. Okay, so realistically, see, look, the actual lines have come back. How are we looking? You know what? I think we're short. I think we have been a little overly ambitious. Let's see how much this needs. $278. That's enough. Doot. Aloha. Got to save every drop. So we've got 1,000 meters a second left. So, funnily enough, in like the almost the exact right spot. Okay, so it turns out if I just go where we are now, it'll work. Okay. We finally used up the last resource there. Hmm. How low can you go? $400, $300. Can we get a direct return trajectory? Come on. Oh, yeah, we can. Yes, we can. That's fantastic. 700 meters a second to spare. That's going to burn a lot. Well, time to bid farewell to the mud as well. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? It's a screenshot opportunity, that. Yeah, probably stay the ladder before it gets exploded. Okay, let us warp to here. Now that maneuver. What the heck is this? Try that again without it going all sticky on me. That's when you hit zero fuel. Okay. It's good to know. Put our solar panels away. Let's see how we go with getting home. How much we got left? 400. 400's doable. 400's very doable. What we really want is to get back to the KSC. If we can manage that, I'll be so flippin' happy. Whoops, overshot. Well, boys and girls, it's the end of our journey. May we land in the ocean for a splashdown or KSC. Either way, it's been a lot of fun. Well, seeing as there is no monetary value involved in this, it'd be really nice if the go button would work. Well, I hit a couple, and it did not. The gumball's fine. There we go. That re-entry wasn't very fiery, was it? I feel like there might not be some settings turned on. Alrighty, splashdown time. That was certainly strange. Oh, this is very weird. The heck? Houston, we've got a bug. What the heck is going on here? Okay, we're sinking a lot. And I have no idea why. Well, that helps absolutely no one. I guess we're going to see an explosion in a second. When they're on the ground. Okay, they're on the surface. Looks like Bill passed out from the G's. Well, I'd say that's broke. Have we... oh my god. Yeah, look, I'll be blunt. It's a bit broken. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Yeah, I think it's broken. I think the game is going to need quite a few patches to get itself into a state where it's playable. Because there are some serious problems there. Which is a shame, I don't want to be saying that, but... yeah. Alright. Well, that is unfortunate. I mean, it sure looks pretty, but yeah, if if things are going to spin out and explode as they have been, I think I might be waiting for a couple of patches before we do any more KSP2, because that was quite problematic, if I'm blunt. Yeah. Very pretty, very shiny, but very broken in some parts. So, yep. I think that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you, everyone who's been along for the chat and the viewing. And, yeah, I think... it'll give me a bit of time to go and work on the next video while we go through this. It was a lot longer than I expected for a live stream, having not really done one before for games. So yeah, thanks to everyone that tuned in and watched, to Braden and to John and HenoClone with your suggestions for where to head. It helped give me a bit of guidance. So yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it. So until the next video, which I'm probably going to start working on now, yeah, stay safe and I'll catch you on the next pass.